It's me. Come on in the room. Hmm. I was tearing this up. You see the blue light? You hear me? Hmm. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry guys. I'm over here. I'm just over here behind. Okay. Big mama. Yeah. It say I'm live. It say I'm live. Okay. My producer told me that I'm live. So I got the green to go. Okay. So I'm about to get it started. But I guess I'm not getting it started if I'm not. Wait, my stuff ain't set up. I don't, yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Hey y'all. Hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get comfortable, child. Um. Oh. Oh shoot. Give me 1 second, child. Give me 1 second, okay? Give me. one Give me one. Just one. Give me one for the 1, 2, 2 for the 4, 5. Okay. Let me fix one of my things up in here. And then okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Here here we here we go. It's trick to rock around. It's right on time. It's tricky. It's can I get some glass cleaner? Okay, welcome y'all. Hey y'all, hey, it's me, your girl Big Mama, aka the crazy melanin princess. So tonight our topic is Black men deserve. That's what we're gonna be talking about. And Black men deserve to be asked how they are doing. That's what this show is really predicated off of. A chance encounter that had Big Mama just really stewing and thinking, you know, for the first comment. Wait, I didn't see, I missed it. I didn't see the name. I'm sorry. Yes, you do get a point for the first comment. You definitely get a point for the first comment. Um, it was a chance encounter. I bumped into this gentleman at, and I'm a chatty Cathy if you guys can't tell. I talk to everybody everywhere. How you doing? Hey, I remember people when I go. I remember people's names. It is truly a gift. I do get that because everybody says, "How the hell do you do this?" And I don't know. And I guess it's just because when I genuinely met somebody and their name was Abdul, I mean, that's Abdul. Like I met Abdul. What do you mean? How don't I remember him? He's him. So that's how I know him. 3 different occasions, and okay, okay. go to work and catch the replay, Roman. Thank you so much for coming over. I hope you do subscribe though. Thanks. Um, but it was a chance encounter. I met the gentleman this third time, and I moved over at the bar because I saw it was just one on the end, and he was looking for a seat. It was the only one there. I said, "Are you looking for a chair?" He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, I can move," because me at the bar, I got crap everywhere, my iPad, and just I'm a hot mess because it's like my office. So I make some space, and he's like, "Oh," it's like, "Thank you. How are you?" And I was like, "I'm good. How are you today?" And he was like, he was taken aback. And so that had me taken aback. And I'm looking like, what did I do? What did I say? And he's like, people don't ask me, how am I doing? I said, they don't. He was like, no, no, no. He was taken back. I was like, oh, did I do something? He was like, no. He was like, people don't ask me, how am I doing? And I was like, oh, I was like, that's sad. Or no, I said, that's unfortunate. I move, I continue to whatever, and it's just churning in me. If you know me, you know, Big Mama can't let none sit, okay? Because I'm like a little kid. I got to ask why. Excuse me, sir, do you mind answering a question for me? And he was like, now he's taken back, like, what the hell do you got to ask me, lady? Because I really set my stuff down, like, let me ask you a question, brother. And he said, sure, go ahead. I asked, why do you say no one ever asks how you're doing? Am I like a first? He said, you are one of so few, I can't even count when someone has asked me, how, how was I? How am I doing? To me, it's a retort. Automatically, when someone says, hello, how are you? I'm like, I'm fine. How are you today? I don't say fine and you. I don't say that. I do not say that. I always say fine. How are you? And how often it has become that me saying that to Black men, and I'm very articulate, so I'm not mumbling under my breath. I'm a big girl. I, when I talk, you hear me. I use my words. How are you? That was so. He said, "Do you really want to know?" I said, "I really want." Like I've put everything aside. I am really engulfed in wanting to understand this because you're not the first person to have said this to me. And he said, "Well, you kind of walk through life kind of invisible, you know? Like people see you, but they don't see you enough to ask you, how are you doing?" And I started to cry at the bar. Tears just started streaming down my face because that's just so hurtful. And to know me, I'm an empath. How can someone not ask somebody how they're doing? And that's just like human courtesy for a human to human interaction. And so in this conversation, that's how it went. That's how the show has become something. And because I was raised by two of the most amazing Black men there are, I dug deeper and deeper and deeper into this topic to figure out what is it. And so that's what the show is about. We'll get into it, but before we do, we gotta go through my hot shit mess of a show. Okay. Before we get to that, before we get to the topic, I had to let y'all know why that was topic. That's why it was topic. Okay. So y'all already know who the hell I am. Thank y'all for showing up. Happy holidays. I hope y'all enjoying y'all time with y'all family. And you are I don't know, whatever it is y'all do. You can be anywhere else. I truly appreciate the fact that you are here with me. I've had crazy week. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about all Big Mama's shenanigans and things. If you guys could like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell button up there, and tell a friend, tell an alien. We in Mercury retrograde or something, so we don't know. I wouldn't even mind some aliens chiming in on my show right about now and just giving me rendering me their thoughts. Okay, that'd be cool. I'm down. I'm down with it. I'm down with some alien podcast followers or subscribers. In the time capsule today, where we at? December 23rd, 2025. December 23rd, 2025, in the time capsule. I guess it will still be the lingerings of my dad's birthday, which was yesterday. He would have been 90 years old today. Well, yesterday. So happy heavenly birthday, Big Brad. Show is dedicated to him and my bonus dad, Papa Victor Kimbell. His birthday was last month on the 25th. Happy heavenly birthday to him because I didn't get to wish him one live. Oh yeah, I did it the next week, but still live on the YouTube. So happy heavenly birthday to my fathers. Um, Once upon a time, this was an anniversary date for me. Black Business Spotlight. Aside from the big back, the six, the what is it, Aja? The big back 6-pack fresh fruit juice collection from Tree of Life Gourmet, which is my brand. So, or the surrogate daughter, if you guys are looking for someone to be a surrogate daughter to an elderly person, I drive around, take them to and from their appointments, and we could go to lunch. We pretty much just hang out. They do most everything for themselves. Take out the trash, make a light meal, sort through whatever you need me to work on around house. And for a few hours, just menial tasks for sheer company. Cognitive games. We play puzzles, watch detective shows and mystery clues and all kinds of card games. I'm learning bridge from one of my clients, which is turning into one of my best friends. And yeah, so that's the surrogate daughter. Hit me up. Y'all know my handles and all that other stuff. If you know anybody else who would like to advertise here or on any station that I may have, let me know and I will do so for free. We'll have a political climate this week. It ain't about nothing but the Epstein files. You know, Congress ain't doing shit. But let's get into my life. This last past week, oh my gosh. Thursday, we laid to rest my little cousin, Simone Kimbell. May she forever rest in peace, my little sweet sugar booger. Just my sunshine. May she rest in peace. And hey, you made it. He made it. He got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. He made it. Thank you, baby. Thank you very much for coming over. Um, so Thursday, yes, we laid my little cousin to rest. And then Friday night, fight night. Y'all saw that shit. Y'all saw that shit. I know y'all saw that shit. Everybody saw that shit. It was on Netflix. If you ain't had your code, you got somebody else's code. Man, the world saw that boy take a beating. Ooh, and it felt so good. It felt so good. So I hear his brother talking about he want to step up and get done up. I said, "Oh, we get a twofer." Oh, my daughter said it's not that funny. Okay, but hello. Um, I went to this restaurant. I had a friend take me. He's in his 70s. We met at another bar, and so I talk a lot of politics, okay? And we became these two little political pundits, like just me, old people, babies, and animals. That's me. I mean, I got 20 dogs in the backyard, okay? 20. I lied, ain't 20, but close enough. And it's no, I'm not, it's not a far exaggeration. Um, Me and old people, we get along real well. Me and babies and old people and animals. Okay. So Friday night, he took me out, and I have my sister join us, and we totally forgot that that fight was coming on. We watched the fight at the bar, whole restaurant. This is an upscale place too. Child, we was in there watching that thing. We watched that thing at the bar on our phone. Now the owner, which we know too, but he starts watching the thing too. All the help in the back, they watching it because their feed is delayed. So while we like, oh, in the front, 3 seconds later, they like, oh, I love it. I love live sports when you have multiple zones going on and the feed streams are at different lengths. I used to ask my friends to prank the people in the other room by at the count of three, be like, oh, like something major happened. And then the people in the room will be like, oh my gosh, what happened? And then they're sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for what the reaction was given outside. Anyhow, I really digress, right? So we went there, we watched the fight. It was a great night. Me and my sister was supposed to go. We was gonna go out to the next spot because that was like after the fight was over, our little drinking dinner was over, and we left. Uh, we didn't do that. We came back to the house. We made some more drinks. We sat there and didn't do a damn thing but talk and giggle, and then that was it. Saturday, my baby got her ring. Okay, her basketball championship. So even though she's a college kid now, her and her whole team had to go back to their high school campus and have a ring ceremony because they're basketball champs. You know what I'm saying? Got basketball champions. They got rings and things. Oh, I should go get my baby's ring because he got one too the year before for volleyball, and my niece got it um, for basketball the following year. The school, Hamilton High School, had never in history won a championship in boys volleyball ever in 100 years of the school. And my son was, of course, captain. You know what I'm saying? Captain. And anyhow, this is a brag moment because whatever. And we went to go get rings. Then the night got crazy. My sister, so we went to the ring ceremony. We went out with the team, the islands, go home. My sister called me and says, my cousin says, come up to Somerville. Well, we go up to Somerville. The night was like a vampire. I came home at 4 a.m. All I know, we got drunk at Somerville. We went into the hills to my cousin's boyfriend's house. We over there to I don't know when. My niece called talking about she up in we in Bel Air somewhere. Come get her. It's 3 in the morning. They standing on the side of a country road in Bel Air. Me and my sister go get them. I come home and I got home at like 3:45. I don't know what happened. I don't know where the night went. I don't know what, and I wasn't on drugs that night. That be the thing. That's why I be needing my drugs. That's when I be most like I got some something. Tonight, I forgot to tell you guys I'm my woe candy. Whoa. Whoa. And I am drinking a lemon martini. That's what Big Mama got. That's what Big Mama is drinking. This is what Big Mama is wearing. Look, it's long in the back. That's what you got. You see my hair, makeup, and I gotta do it all. So it's a one woman show with a little technical help on the side. That was Friday. That was Saturday. What we do on Sunday? Sunday fun day. Oh, the elf party. My homegirl had us all dressed like elves. So if you know, Big Mama always gotta go somewhere with no clothes on. So I said I wanted to be Santa's bottom elf. Okay? And Big Mama came in that thing. If you didn't see it, go over to my Instagram, crazy underscore melanin underscore princess. Hello. Same thing, same thing. So go over there and you'll see it. And I'm gonna take this edible because I meant to take it at something 50 something. I mean, yeah, I took the other one, but you know. Anyhow, we dressed like elves. We walked from her house where she lives like in Lamert, and we walked around the corner to what the hell is that name? The name of that place? Crenshaw Live. We went to Crenshaw Live, walking down the street with looking like elves. Not looking like because we was all dressed like elves. But yours truly looked like a slut elf. That's what she looked like, okay? But it was fun, nevertheless. That's what everybody has come to expect from me. Because I'm no slut. So that's the funniest part about it all. And we play dress up and nobody else is willing to be the joke. I will be. It's all in fun. I'm laughing at myself, not being laughed at, because I cracked me up and I gotta get, before I'm in on the joke. Now let's move to our hot topics. Did y'all see that Venus got married? I thought she was already married. She was just with that man that whole time. They got all that money. Is that the white man with the billionaire dude? The banker? Anybody know? Don't nobody know? No, real. You didn't do the thing, guys. Lie. Um, and you be having all that stuff in the way. Come say you gotta work, girl. Stand up and do. You be getting it be all that. That's tacky. Um, so yeah, Venus got married. I don't want this part. This is the next segment. Um, I don't know if y'all watch Married to Medicine. There was this whole little topic trending about Toya Bush Harris and her husband Eugene and the way in which people was saying how she emasculated him during that segment on Married to Medicine when she was berating him over not playing a game. Now, girl was drunk as hell. And I know that is not an excuse for anything ever, but it kind of goes on topic with the fact, on brand with the topic tonight and what black men deserve. If you haven't watched the clip, I'm sure it's going viral on the internet. Take a look at it and maybe we can talk about it next week. Um, did you guys see that the owner starter of Hollywood Unlocked, Jason Lee, won the city council election up in Stockton, California? Well, because I'm in Los Angeles, California. He's in Stockton, California. And so that's pretty cool because he was very serious about that campaign. So and he has some hella talking points. He spoke with a lot of people. I think he did his due diligence and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. And good for him. And hopefully, all the changes that he wanted to see made, he will be um, able to get it done or help get it done. Usher in the right team of people who can assist in getting it done. And last hot topic, is this true? Because I don't know what I saw this on. Diddy's release date getting pushed back because um due to some phone calls. What the diddler over there on the phone doing? He threatening people, or he talking reckless and crazy? Because you could talk about a lot of stuff on a jail phone call. Yeah, they listening to it, but you ain't supposed to be talking about no bad stuff. Bad enough to get your release date pushed back, brother. You talking about some things that probably got to do with more of the reason, probably threats or something, huh? What y'all think? Because what will make a judge say that? I don't know. I'm gonna dig into the case and I'll see, and maybe I'll report back next week to find out if this is some truth to this. But it's a hot topic because I saw it on one of them sites. I was scrolling. I was like, they kind of reputable, but I said I'd throw it in. Whatever. Kids corner, I don't want to talk about these kids. All right, let's get into it. Black men deserve. They deserve the world and everything in it. That's how I feel. And they certainly deserve to be asked, how are you doing? If nothing else, ask a black man a day, how are you doing? And do not allow him to say, I'm good. Push him on it. Why does this conversation even matter? Well, as I mentioned earlier, far too often I am being told when I ask a black man, how are you doing? The response has been, them taken aback by my asking of the question and them letting me know that that is a very rare occurrence for them. I'm spitting. So in that's really why we gonna talk about it. But per usual, it's always a root cause for why things are the way they are. Tonight we're gonna dive into cultural. Always got to do something. This is a show about black something. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. You know me. So we're gonna dive into cultural narratives around masculinity and stoicism. I'm gonna have to read this for y'all. Because what is stoicism? Because I know that's we're not gonna brush over stuff that because I have to look it up. I do all the research on my shows, so we really get into some stuff. Okay, so what is even stoicism? And not only what is it, what are the concepts or what put it in place for me to understand what it is. I can't read. Stoicism is an ancient Greek Roman philosophy focused on living a virtuous, good life by using reason to control one's mind, distinguishing between what we can and cannot control, and accepting external events calmly. It teaches emotional resilience, wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation to find inner peace and happiness, famously focusing on your internal responses, which is your judgments and your actions, rather than external happenings. So the core concept is the dichotomy of control, focusing energy only on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, judgments, and accept what you cannot, external events, other people. That's the conditioning of black men. The only thing that I can do is focus the energy, what energy I have, even though I'm fighting through a world of racism and um so many things that black men are going through. Financial stresses, relationship stresses. They're fighting through a world of all of these things, and their dichotomy of what stoicism is for them to focus only on what they can control and accept everything that they cannot. Any other events, people, I can control none of that. And in that, just trudging through life on top of, because that's all men for the most part, but for black men with the weight of all of these other things that are on them. So why we are talking about what black men deserve, it is because They deserve more than everybody else. So let's get into the conditioning. You've heard things like be strong, don't cry, figure it out. You're supposed to be the provider and the protector. That is expected of you. But when do you start asking men these questions? When do you start placing these expectations on them? When do you start pushing the be strongs, the figure that shit out? When do you start pushing that on them? Because it's not when they're 30 and 40 and 50. It's in childhood, in boyhood. You're telling them to man up and be strong. All throughout adolescence, into manhood. This is the conditioning of the Black man. Yes, it is deep rooted into slavery, but that's not where we're going to take this tonight. There's a very hefty price to pay. There is a huge toll for, or a huge cost of silent strength. Is their whole life toiled in emotional suppression, having emotions where they can't come out, wanting to scream so loud but not get arrested because I need that relief, and they do, but I can't. I could get arrested. Wanting to sock a wall, sock something, or sock anything as a joke of getting that energy, that frustration, that something out. But if they do it, that causes depression. The inability to exert what the daily putting into, and the and all that being pushed and ground in, while you're pushing your own force and weight against the world that is just churning and burning you against a machine that no human is built to even outlast. So the fact that they fucking are able to do it is but conditioned to do it. Only the strong survive. Look at our statistics. So the inability for that release of emotional force, you suppressing that leads to depression. There's a stigma around therapy in the Black community. So it's hard for Black men to even find that as an outlet for releasing said whatever is in there. When you ask them, how are they doing? I'm good. If you say, because most people, they don't say, how are you doing? How are you? Fine, you? Good. I'm good. And that's the exchange, right? That is that exchange. We hear it all day. People say it all day. That's what it is. That is a default answer. They not good. They not. They're not. Push them. Push against it. We have to learn as a community to push against it. And we'll get into ways in which we can do that. Because Big Mama always gonna find gonna spin this thing around. Well, we always get an answer to how to make things better. Because we don't ever bring up a topic that we don't research in depth. In depth. Okay. Big Mama do her research in depth on how to circumvent any pain in our community and get it up out here, because we want to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay. I'm good. That's the default answer. Relationships are affected because you have a mate. People say that someone is a safe place. That's not always the truth. It's not the truth. People like to think they somebody's safe place. They don't be their safe place. And it's just hard. It's it's very hard. It really is. And for Black men, that much harder, that much more compounding. And being in a relationship with a Black man, thus far making it much harder for him to often, or perhaps times, not be able to voice whatever frustrations out, feeling fearful of being judged, not wanting to be vulnerable for whatever reasons. They don't feel as if the person's safe. The person hasn't orchestrated and created a place that made it look safe, to where I messed up, to where that's what it is. So that is another. Hold on, sorry. So that's another area in which this manifests and things fuck up. There's a cost to the silent strength, not being able to be strong, be silent, and you gonna lose some things. That does not work. That is not healthy, and it's problematic. That is the cost of silent strength, keeping it in. Vulnerability perceived as weakness. Men often feel as if being vulnerable makes them weak, and it's quite the opposite. But that is due to the conditioning of be strong. You told me to be strong. How am I being strong when if I'm over here crying, that looks to be weak? You told me to figure it out, but I'm scared. I don't have it figured out. I need help. I want somebody to show me how I'm supposed to figure it out. I'm fucking petrified. I don't got it. I need, what do I say? What do I do? I'm mad, I'm frustrated, and no one sees it. I can't show it. That is weakness. That is conditioning. I'm supposed to figure it out. The world versus the weight that Black men face, racism, profiling. So, as previously mentioned, not being able to get something out. People already, they either don't see me, or when they do, I'm only a threat. You'll profile me to where, so I go from being unseen to seen like a villain and being profiled as if I've done something in the world sinister that I have not done. And then social pressure to have it, to look like I got it together, to look like I have it got going on, to look like I can take care of my family when I'm struggling beyond struggling, and even they don't know that what's going on. To look like I can come to a party and be polished, knowing that I probably had to buy this suit from $1 or something out of the thrift store because I didn't have anything and I've never had. The things that they can never tell you if this is ever their life because they show up as something totally different. That facade is killing them. It is killing them. And before you can understand why somebody deserves something, you have to understand what the hell they going through to know why it's even deserving. So when I say what Black men deserve, we're going to get into who and what they go through to understand why it is that they deserve all of the things. When I say the world and everything in it, they go to war for our country as my dad and my bonus father did, and they go to war for their family to provide, to protect, to go through racism. And we ain't talking about this shit where when I go into Saks looking for a Gucci belt, they staring at your ass. I'm talking about when I get off the Navy ship and you throwing rocks and shit at me, and I just fought and damn near lost my life, and half the people I went away with lost there, and you hate me, and I'm fighting people that I don't hate. I don't hate those people that you got me shooting missiles at. That is what the Black men that I know who raised me. This is what they went through. So I know what a black man deserves. When I say the world and every damn thing in it, they deserve the world and everything in it. Financial oppression, family burdens. Family burdens typically gonna come from the fact that when this man goes out of the door, he is facing racism, profiling, social pressure, financial pressure, and then you when he come home because he ain't measuring up. Workplace expectations. They work 5 times harder than the white dude to get passed up on every single promotion available. Perhaps have more skill training and certification, probably more education and degree, definitely a harder worker, definitely knows whatever machinery and work process and procedure better than said white person, but not making the same dollar as said white counterpart. But oh boy, don't show up a million times in one. You show up for your shift, they can call you, you'll pick up a shift. You call out one time because your wife's sick and they like, oh, we got to write you up. Being judged before you're even known. Heaven forbid. And I don't say forbid in a bad way because your name is your name. And what your mother and your father gave you is definitely in its own sense. That is your birthright and it is beautiful. But I say this in the sense because I know that you, as black men, are judged before you are known. Heaven forbid you come in with some crazy name on a piece of paper. You will be judged before you're ever known. You will be tossed in the sides, in the trash, in the basura before you are ever known. So, this is what that weight looks like. That's what's put. That's the pressure, the gravity, the force multiplier of what is churning and pushing you in the ground when you're just trying to grow. Well, let's segue into the soft spaces that black men rarely get. Being asked, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Beyond, "How are you?" Ask a black man, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" That's what we're gonna start doing. These are soft spaces, and so as we talk about the soft spaces, this is how we can begin to grow a community cultivated in loving on one another and really being there for one another. All our struggles are the same. The fact that we all hide the shit is the craziest thing to me. We've lost community. We wanted to be so up there with the white man that we done forgot about each other and we still got the same damn problem. So we might want to find each other. You might want to find grab that sister's hand to your left and the brother to your right, hold hands, and let's do this. That's what we need to do. Okay. Um, soft spaces black men rarely get, letting them rest, not rescue. I'm very guilty of that. Letting a black man rest, not rescue. And I gotta say that to myself. I need to post post some of this in my room. Letting a black man rest, not rescue. They are not my servants. Being allowed complexity. That's a soft space that black men rarely get. Being allowed complexity, whether that's happy, sad, confused, afraid, unconditioning him to believe he has to have it figured out or that he has to figure it out. a soft space. You want to be a safe place and a soft place? Allow complexity. That's a soft place for them that they don't go. They don't get to, they've never been there. They don't know that place. So the importance of safe partners, friends, community. Studies show that there's a male loneliness epidemic right now. Many men don't even have friends anymore. Like people are just so siloed and polarized on their own, just all by themselves. Like, nigga, I don't even got nobody that I hang with. That's so crazy. So reaching out to somebody, uh, even if it is kind of sort of just to go hang and talk, like shit, that's really all we're here to do. Like, not say I'm here to talk, like, man, I'm here to talk to you, man. Not like that, but shoot, what's up, man? Let's go and sit at a lounge or something, have some drinks, and talk. Somewhere where the music is low, it ain't a club, it's something where we can actually converse about our day and how you doing, man? How you doing? You know? You okay? You good? Man, I'm going through this divorce. What, man? Like, oh shit, nigga, I went through one. Damn, my brother. You know, I'm here if you need me. I understand. There's the connection. That's all the fuck somebody needs. And that opens up the gate to be vulnerable and let the love and let your love and your light shine. Let your love and your light shine. Okay. So this is what support looks like and how we can help. Safe spaces, this is active listening. See, that's what I was talking about. Active listening, gentle check-ins, just where you just reach out and be like, just tap your friends. Tap, as a matter of fact, put it on a calendarize it. That's one of the easiest things to do. Calendarize it. Just tap ins on certain people and just text. Tap, tap, tap in. And we're gonna tap in. Oh, Aja, write this down. Next week's show, I don't even know what it's about. We can find out together. Next week's show, because it's the end of the year, we'll talk about 25 things that we need to do by the end of the year. I was supposed to do it on one of these other shows, but I didn't because we didn't have our notes together. I'm going to reiterate the days of the month, the 5 days of the month that what was it? There's 5 days that you need to prioritize every month. So whatever those are. And then I definitely want to circle back with this Black men, the do Black men gentle check-ins. So yeah, I think that that's something that we can calendarize for the new year, and we can just get calendars. Get us some calendars. Have us 2026 jumping off with some intentional behaviors, things that are therapeutic, healthy. They give back to the community. They check on the community. They love on the community. It's gonna be some Kwanzaa up in here, baby, because that's what this is. And yeah, so back to our Black men. Safe spaces. We need some gentle check-ins. We need encouragement. We need encouragement. We need to encourage them. Encourage them in every way. Encourage them to seek help. Gently encourage them to be more vulnerable. Encourage them to let some of that guard down. Encourage them to talk to their friends and counterparts. That's what we're gonna do. And this is what we talk about on our gentle check-ins. This is what some of the content, the meat and potatoes of what those gentle check-ins will be. You know, celebrating their softness and humanity. You ever see your homie do some nice shit? Be like, man, it's good brothers like you that make me feel good about friends that I choose to hang around, you know, based off of and you see your homie do some stuff, and it's like, you sitting at the burger stand with your boy or something, and a homeless person come up and your boy hand them some dollars or whatever. Encourage that. Like, go ahead and celebrate that side of your boy, of your man, of your brother, of your dad, of whoever in your life. Celebrate that. Be like, I feel good that you like to give. It makes me feel good when your brother, when your whomever, celebrate them in the unique and soft ways that you see them as being the most kind hearted humans. Black men are some of the most kind hearted humans on the face of the planet. So it's not hard to see all around you, all the things that they do. Holding doors for old ladies, stepping in front of people to stop stuff. Do this. You see it in every store and everywhere you go, every encounter. You see black men saving and helping and doing, and you see it's a car broken down, who's pushing the car? It's a old lady right here who's a basket of stuff. Who run to help her? Come on. It's everywhere. Black men are doing great things everywhere. When you see it, celebrate that shit. Go walk up to that brother and you let him know that's some dope ass shit. That's what we need to do. Having healthy love languages for black men. I think that when you speak with love and positivity, that's how you speak to a black man. That's how you would address a king, with love, positivity, and respect, until they give you a reason to find that there's no reason to respect them. But I would move with, I do, because I'm an intentional individual and it helps. So I offer that to others and say, when you meet a black man, your first instinct should not be fear. And I hate that people say, "Oh, you're not scared to go over there?" Look at me. I think I'm going to be the most protected thing over there. Like, I'm going to go over there. No, I don't think because I see 12 black men that's a bunch of animals and savages. I don't. I see kings. And I see that out of 12, if I go over there and one or two of them brothers defile me or say some shit and I correct they ass, enough of the others in the pack will say, "Hey, my nigga, you tripping." Not, I'm supposed to be the one fearful. It's 12 kings over there. I'm a young woman. They should be protecting me. That's how I feel. No, I'm not going to be naive in situations. I don't mean that. I mean, just because you see black skin that you are scared. I don't think that. When I see black skin, because of the black images that I've seen, and I see because I choose to see it on a daily, I see black men when a hood is up in a grocery store parking lot and this person's car don't start. Who's over here helping? Who walks up? Who are the first people to walk up? Who you see? Black men. That's who I see. Therefore, that's who I see. That's who I see when I'm in the grocery store. I don't see somebody I'm supposed to be scared of. I see the man who, if my car break down, I'm like, "Excuse me, sir." And he's like, "Oh yeah, sister, I come over here and do you got a such and such? You got a jack? Or you got a da da da?" That's what I see. I don't see nobody for me to be fearful of. So let's start with what you already seeing. Because check your own biases. For the women specifically, for the women, which is the breeders of the community, so women and community alike, find ways to speak life into them. Use tender tone versus accusatory tones. That's me. I need to learn how to talk. I do. 50 years of talking like this, I can't, it's a hard. It's hard, but it's not my intent, but it's not what I'm saying, but it's what I'm saying. And so on the other end, I can get it like, "Bitch, what the fuck you?" So I get it. I can't, I can't, I gotta stop saying I can't, because I can't, because I have to be better, because check yourself, girl, before you wreck yourself. Asking instead of assuming. Start asking a brother something as opposed to just assuming, you know? Because we do. We just be assuming. I be assuming they can just do everything. Hey, you didn't ask. You just came in like that's what it no. Like that's a lot because I just pushed all that energy on that person. Like I don't need that. I don't need the world constantly just pushing all of this shit on me. Like no, no. Ask me. Don't just assume that that's what it is. No. Use love as an affirmation, not an expectation. Use your love as an affirmation. Because I love you, I will rub your feet. Because I love you, I would like to cook you your favorite meal for whatever. Because I love you, I plan blah, blah, blah. There is no expectation in return other than I just want to celebrate you and show you that I love you. Affirmation in gifts, affirmations in service, affirmations in words. You are such a great human. You are such you affirmation in all the languages. So I keep hitting my mic. Here's our call to action. Because this is what Black men deserve. The world and everything in it. Things that are, of course, tangible, but we really people of substance. So yeah, they deserve the finer things in life. But on a human level, they deserve our call to action. So we need to normalize emotional check-ins. We need to model the behavior with the Black men in our lives. We need to hold space instead of taking up the space. And we need to celebrate them publicly and privately. So when things are done, when you see, hey, you see somebody do something like, hey, you guys need to recognize this person for the greatness that they are, for the things in which they've done, the contributions in which they so selfishly make or make the what I say? You know what I said. So yes, in closing, Black men, you deserve to live in pieces. This is my favorite affirmation from my breathing classes on Wednesday with my best friend Sean. So if you guys ever want to be added to the breathing session, it's every Wednesday at 11:30. You do it from your own phone or tablet, whatever is Microsoft Teams or something like that. One of those kind of linky things, telecommunication link. You okay? Um, my favorite affirmation from our breathing session is, "You deserve to live in peace, not in pieces." This is your reminder that your strength and your softness can coexist. Together, we can help the unconditioning years of traumatic living feeling that need of stoicism. I see you. I appreciate you. I love you. And you matter. So, my on purpose statement for tonight, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's pretty good because it goes along with the call of action. Usually it goes more in line with the topic and that person, what they need to get out of it. But I was like, now this is a good one because this is more about what it is and who the show should be speaking to, more or less, are those who need to call to action, recognize the Black man, see the Black man, have a little bit more understanding of the Black man, grace for the Black man, and patience with the Black man. So, my on purpose statement tonight is love is a seed. If you care, it grows. So, for all of the community, love is a seed. If you care, it grows. So, if you care about the Black man, infuse some love, plant some seeds. My low of the week is my Kennedy segment. My low of the week was laying my little cousin Simone to rest. That was definitely a very difficult day spiritually, but it truly was a celebration. So it was a party. It was something that definitely reflected Simone. So that was nice. So it was the day, the sun. It was a day, but it worked. Like, yeah, and I'm staring at her right now. So my Moni Love is like, you get that podcast, cousin, because that's her. um, my high of the week was the weekend. It was a bit of a redemption for the weeks that have been ahead. Just a rebirth of something. I don't know. It was very cosmic this weekend. And the icing on the cake was celebrating my girl Kay for her 44th birthday. That was one of the funnest birthday parties I have ever attended in my life. I laughed and giggled the entire night. My cheeks hurt so bad. We are so funny. If cameras were filming that as like a show, people would still be in stitches laughing at how stupid and silly we are, because that was just the best. Happy birthday, Kay. Her birthday was yesterday. She shares the same birthday as my dad. So love you, boo. And we all were dressed like elves. So there's that. And if you want to see those pictures, catch me over on my IG, and you can see the whole reel of craziness. Okay. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless. You ain't got. Oh wait. Oh, so we said next week. Oh, but we wanted to know. Let me get the topic. Let me see if I got it. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, we only 3 minutes over, so we're not really over, but oh, when love is real. Yeah. When love. I said when love. Yeah. Yeah. It was an LL Cool J song. Mm-hmm. LL Cool J and Carl Thomas. So, yes. Okay. So, love y'all. See y'all. Thank y'all. And you ain't got to go home, but you do got to get up out of here. So, thank y'all. Subscribe and all that other stuff.